An undefeated start against a winless Skid. Let's see if this week goes chalk or if it's an upset brewing in week 4. And well, in the past, we wouldn't have batted an eye as it sailed over the end zone, Brock, but with our new kickoff rules in place, that's going to cost them. The football's coming all the way out to the 30-yard line. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. He's contained at the line for no gain. That was Denzel Ward who brought that play to an end. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Go street.
Back to throw now. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Cup 19. Cup 19. Ready.
Back to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And he'll take in the fair catch just above the 35. So no return on that punt. And the Browns will go on offense. Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Ready.
Back now, pressure on its way. Completed to his running back. That's 16 on the pickup. And that gives the Browns a 1st.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. To throw here on 1st down. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Throwing now from the gun. He put everything he had into this one. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Set. Go.
They're throwing it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustment. Because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
The Browns looking to punt on fourth down, so on comes their southpaw, Corey Bojorquez, to handle it. This lands deep into the end zone. We're picking things up at the 20 after the touchback. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Give now to the running back. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
Here we go, here we go. Ready.
From the 23. That's complete to Bowers outright. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a Raiders first.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. Catch is made by the rookie out of Tennessee. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Browns pick it up! And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Wow, oh wow. He sent his offense out twice now, and both times they fumbled it away. I'm not sure who's more aggravated, the dudes down there or the dude next to me up here.
Well, I'm aggravated, but I know the guy on the field wants to put the offense in the doghouse, like all of them right now. This can't happen in the NFL, Kate. And a lot of guys out there, they got to be looking to one another. Hold each other accountable to hold on to the ball.
Jerry Jeudy with the grab. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down.
Buffalo 18. Ready.
Setting up a throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Let's go now. Ready, ready?
From the 19. Hauled in by Njoku, left side. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. They get 6 and a first down as well.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
He's on the move. And he will score. It's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns capitalize on that turnover and take the lead. On comes Dustin Hopkins to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Browns will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. And he got all of that one, that's for sure. But with our new kickoff rules in play this year, that means the football is going to be spotted at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Go! Check, go!
Plowing up the middle. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Trap 60! Street! Street! 60 Bobcat! 60 Bobcat! Hut, hut!
Here's 2nd and 11. Escapes the pocket. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
And... Dragon 60! Go!
Throwing from the gun. He beams one deep right side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now they're staring at 4th and long. The Raiders bringing out the punting unit. And he's getting the call for the 2nd time this game. And he doesn't put much height or distance on that one. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. We don't get a return out of that punt. And they're going to take over possession. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10.
Here we go, shot! Ready?
Airing it out to start this drive. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 31-yard play, and that gives the Browns a 1st. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play.
Here we go, here we go!
Now they'll throw out of the gun. Caught by his back. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6.
Tempo!
Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
70 Timberwolf! Hut!
1st down from the red zone. He's got it! That's a Cleveland touchdown! So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
On is Hopkins for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Browns drive out to an early 14-0 lead. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the first quarter. It's a 2-score game early. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. And it flies over the end zone and out of play. In the past, it's a touchback to the 25, but new rules starting this season, Brock, so it's now going to be at the 30. Time now for the second quarter. Raiders in possession. They'll begin a new drive, 1st and 10. Pass play on 1st and 10. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Denzel Ward makes the play. And the Browns take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. He got in front of that one for the pick. Looked like that's the receiver it was designed to go to on that play, too.
Yeah, the QB just must have missed the lurky defender in coverage right there. That's where, as a QB, you've got to have the vision to not just see your route, but see those defenders in front of it. If you stare down your receivers in this league, turnovers follow.
Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Come on, set. Ready.
They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack. Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
On the set.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Set. Mustang 19.
And they send a man in motion.
Ready.
Here he is on 3rd and long. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Well, most drives should end right there, but they beat the defense and convert on 3rd and 17. What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10.
Set, go.
Working inside the red zone. The throw is caught. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
60 Bison. 60 Bison. 19 tight. 19 tight. Hut.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. He's got it. Touchdown, Cleveland. 3-touchdown game for the rookie. That's pretty good in your debut season, Brock. But then you look at the clock and you see, oh, wait, we still have a whole half of football to play.
Yes, when some of that psychology comes into play, don't just be satisfied. You can look at it one of 2 ways. I'm satisfied with what I've done, or you look at it and go, I got another half. I can throw 3 more of these babies.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback.
Ready up.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Denzel Ward makes the play.
I think I have a pretty good sense who's going to get that game ball in the locker room. A second pick on the day, that's great stuff. I'd be stunned, frankly shocked, if this offense on the other side tries to go after him again. He is all over the ball today.
To throw it on first down. Connects on the crosser. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a pickup of 26. And that's good for a Cleveland first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
He's got time here. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now it's second down.
Ready.
Slot man motioned over.
Ready.
Second and 10 now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
When nothing opens up, that becomes a pretty clear throwaway spot. I mean, that is textbook throwaway spot right there, Kate. Get outside the box, chuck it into the third row, and avoid exactly what happened right there. Because now third down is so much harder.
Well, his first real mistake, that's intercepted. And the Raiders will take over as he records his first interception of our season. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, set. Cup 19. Cup, chap, check, chap, check. Lion. Ready.
Pass play now. He's throwing deep to the left side. Oh no, they get him yet again. And the Browns, they're gonna have it. And he's gonna hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got one, we got two. Do I hear a third interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
He's going deep. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Let's go. Ready.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, this is one of the occasions, Kate, where this defense got to just keep chopping wood. Keep chopping wood. I know they're a little more careful about actually having axes in locker rooms anymore after injuries, but the mantra is the same. You can't look at the scoreboard nor worry about what your offense is doing. You got to keep punishing your opponent.
Wide open down the field, and he has it! They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
From the red zone now. Oh, tried forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. Devin White makes the play. Inside the red zone, they could feel how tight they were to the goal line, and then bam, Brock, they're off the field after a clutch interception.
I tell you what, football is the ultimate team game, but this is a situation where an individual picks up all 10 of his guys out there on the field. Somebody else is going to pick up the tab at dinner tonight for him.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Shut up. Buffalo 18. Go.
Throwing from his own end zone. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset? So it's the 2-minute warning here from Allegiant. The Raiders looking for a score before halftime.
Rig alert.
They've got a man in motion.
60 Bobcats. 60 Bob. Ready.
Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. 2nd down coming up.
Set.
Man in motion, out of the slot.
Dragon 60. Hut.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
18 Pioneer. Ready. Hey, smash.
Man in motion here.
Set up.
3rd and long for him here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Las Vegas sends out the punt team. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And he'll have this fair catch right along the 25. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. Man, it'll be their football. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Panther 11. Panther 11. Mustang 19. Tight. 19 tight. Ready.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Finds Judy near the sideline. And he's out of bounds after pushing just past the 40. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Bronco. Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line.
Go. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Check go.
He's dropping back to throw. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Jacorian Bennett has it. And the Raiders are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Oh, man, Brock, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. So that brings up 2nd down.
Set. 19 Lion. Warrior 70.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That's completed right side. And they'll have it a little shy of the 40 as he goes out. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And that's good for a Raiders first. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot.
70 Ranger. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Buffalo 18. Chap 60. Chap 60. Ready.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. Flush down out to his left. This is brought in at the 15. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
On the ready.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10.
60 Bob. Here we go. Here we go. Dragon 60. Hup.
They are throwing it again. And that one's incomplete, but boy, are they lucky it wasn't intercepted. That was a risky shot, but fortunately, they still have 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Let's go.
He'll throw it yet again. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Set. Riggs. Ready.
Looking to the air here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now they're left with 4th and short. Daniel Carlson out to try this Raiders field goal. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And it gets a fraction closer as the lead's down to 18.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. The return starts at the 18. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. And even 20 seconds left at their disposal on the final drive of this half.
Set up. 18, Pioneer. Ready.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Throw reeled in by Njoku. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Set.
Off the play fake, he's gonna throw. Look, pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That is now the 5th sack this offense has had to endure in the first half alone. We're on a double-digit pace here, and I'll tell you what, I know how these defensive coordinators work. They can feel the blood in the water. They are not going to stop getting after this quarterback until this offense can find a way to protect itself.
And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Here comes the final play of our first half.
19 tight. Let's go now. 79 Bronco. Hut, hut.
A final throw before the break. A massive shot towards the end zone. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Ready, ready. Go.
They'll come out throwing. Oh no, they get him yet again. And the Raiders take possession of the football. And it doesn't matter who gets that ball to start the second half because he picks it off on the very first play.
I wonder at halftime, down there in that locker room on the whiteboard, if that defensive coaching staff just said simply, go get the ball. It's exactly what they do, and it totally changes the complexion of this second half.
It's a 21-yard gain. And that's a Vegas first down.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Set. Ready. Set. Hurt. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Hut.
He's gonna throw this one. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Back to the air here on 2nd and 10. Complete here to Bowers. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. They'll come up 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Lone back gets the handoff. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Go. Ready.
Back to the well again. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the second level. Well, someone from the second level came to meet him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
Warrior 70. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Ready.
To the air, 3rd and long. Getting out to his left. He's running for it. And he's going to be just inside the 10 before he goes out.
Well, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane, just a little bit of room, just a little bit of air in the pocket. He found one of those two, but the defense swarms towards him and denies him the other.
And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. And this stays a 3-possession game. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10.
Let's go. Check go.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Got a man. It's Njoku. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That one hits for 30, and that gives the Browns a first.
I think every quarterback around the world would agree, Kate. You love throwing a short pass to a tight end and then give that guy a chance to show off his speed in the open field. He outruns defense to make it a much bigger gain.
Viking 18. Go.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's good for a Cleveland first down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Set. Ready.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Buys time, rolling right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
18 Rattler. Ready. Buffalo 18. Hunt.
Again to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's got a man left. And he's going to take this one in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns can make it a 4-score game as they lead by 24. On his Hopkins for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Browns grow their lead yet again. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. And well, in the past, we wouldn't have batted an eye as it sailed over the end zone, Brock, but with our new kickoff rules in place, that's going to cost them. The football's coming all the way out to the 30-yard line.
On the set.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Chop 60. Chop 60. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Get up.
Throwing from the gun here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Ready.
From the gun, here's a handoff. And he's going to be touchdown.
While that doesn't net a first down, you get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Five men in the secondary for the Browns. 3rd down coming.
Go. 18 Pioneer. Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready.
He'll look to throw. That's caught for the first. And he moves the chains.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Set. Ready. Set. Go.
Back now, pressure on its way. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now they face 2nd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Second and 10 now. And they pick him off again! Jordan Hicks takes it away! And the Browns are gonna have it after his second interception of the season. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their fourth interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. One interception, it sticks with you all week long, but throwing 4, he probably wishes...
And the Raiders get there and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Putting a receiver in motion. Another try following the sack. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Seven Pirates! Seven Pirates! Cup 19! Hey! Hey! Check that! Check that!
Here he is on third and long. Catch is made down the right sideline. Touchdown, Cleveland! The Browns parlay the interception into points. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback.
Got it! Ready?
They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
Go street! 19 Lion! Get up!
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And they pick him off again! Denzel Ward makes the play. And the Browns get it back after a marvelous defensive effort.
I don't know how many you could have next to you, Kate, that have been in this spot before, okay? I have thrown 5 interceptions in the game, and it happened to be our rivalry game back in college. It was one of the most humbling, horrific experiences of my life. Please, Coach, take this player out. We do not need to see another interception added to his ledger.
The Browns, nice field position here as they start out first and 10.
Come on, set! Ready, ready?
Throwing it to start this drive. He throws a bullet, brought in inside the 20. And he's going to take this one in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. On his Hopkins for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Browns continue piling onto this lead. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready?
1st and 10 now from the 30.
Set up. Ready?
Here's the handoff. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Hauled to the ground by Jordan Hicks. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Ready? 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's Raiders football as we're just counting down this final quarter. This game seems out of hand. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Cowboy 80. Hut, hut.
Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. He puts some juice on a deep throat. They connect on the deep shot. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were and the QB.
And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him.
Let's go, let's go, let's
A dose
go.
of the hurry-up offense here.
Rattler, 18 Rattler. Buffalo 18. Ready?
Throwing now from the gun. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
To borrow from my buddies in the game of golf, this may be the time where you're playing for par. Forget about birdies and forget about that touchdown. Now it's about recouping some of this lost yardage and feeling good about yourself and making sure, at a minimum, you get 3 on the board.
Ready, ready. Hut.
3rd and long for him here. Chased out to his right. And they pick him off again! And the Browns are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
I think it's safe to say his day is beyond repair now, if it wasn't long ago. He just hasn't been reading these coverages at all, and it's clearly not on the same page with his receivers. I think it really is now time to think about his confidence for future games and get him out of this ball game.
They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Trap 60, trap 60. Down. Get up.
They're going to throw here to begin the drive. They get it right back. That's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, they had the advantage for a moment, Brock, but turns out that is all just that moment because they throw an interception to give the ball right back.
And for once, both coaches on both sidelines are preaching the same message. Take care of the ball.
Yeah.
Not often you see back-to-back plays end in interceptions, and we're right back to where we were just a couple moments ago.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
They motion the tight end over. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Forced out to his right. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
I'm just going to say maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage on this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away. The next time, well, he could get two hands on it and take it the other way.
60. Ready?
Throwing from the gun. Cut out left. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Raiders first.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
On the ready.
Offense set for a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Shot. Check go.
From the red zone now. Looking right, and he finds him. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Hut, hut.
Still sticking with the passing game. And he's in. Touchdown! The Raiders putting up points in a game decided. Brock Bowers, the touchdown. Daniel Carlson on for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Raiders cut into the lead by another point. They're going down swinging. We see here, getting ready for an onside kick. And that kick fails. The Browns able to recover. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game. I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Makes the connection. Here's Jerome Ford. And he's going to take this one in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns throwing 6 more on the blowout. On his Hopkins for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Browns tack on 7 more to their lead. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Set it. Hut.
Right up the gut. And his charge towards the line, that's right around 3 yards.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Ready.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
Pioneer. Set. Set it.
Now looking to throw. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
And they send a man in motion. They'll run it here on 3rd down. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
Go ahead. Find me an offense that won't take that type of efficiency on every snap. Listen, it was good execution, a quality gain, and it moved the sticks.
Going to the ground again on first. Across midfield to the 45. He makes it in for the touchdown. The Raiders making the scoreboard look a touch better. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
That one right down the middle. And the Raiders take 7 points off the deficit. With time ticking away, they prepare for a must-get onside kick. And that kick fails. The Browns able to recover. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43.
Ready, ready!
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Vegas. Browns close to beginning the year 4-0. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Set, ready, set, go!
Another carry for him. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Set!
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Hut, hut!
First down, and they go right back to him. And they bring him down at the 25-yard line after surrendering some good yardage. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Well, he was a second late to break this one downfield. Still, a quick bounce to the outside and a counterplay that gained some good, positive yards.
They give it to him again. And he gets this forward to the 19. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next third down coming.
Ready!
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. And we shouldn't be surprised as they connect in the end zone for yet another touchdown. The Browns are running them out of the building. So the Browns will take this win home with them. And their start to the season not cooling off by any means as they move to 4-0 on the year. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner Brock Huard and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a well-earned win for the Browns as we bid you farewell from Las Vegas.